Pinkvilla, I'm Naina Bhan and I'm going to be getting ready today to go out with my girlfriends. I've been looking forward to this for so long. So come, let's get ready together. So let's start with some skincare, which is essential. I went in last night with a chemical exfoliator. This one from Dr. Sheth, the Medi facial, has been really good to me. So I've been using it for a while. After that, because your girl is dehydrated as always, I like to go in with a lot of hydration. I'm not a primer girl. I just like to moisturize my skin a lot. This is the Laneige Blue Hyaluronic range that I've been using. This is the eye cream. And after that, just a general moisturizer. This moisturizer is really interesting. The Laneige Blue Hyaluronic Cream. It's got little bubbles of hyaluronic acid and it's super hydrating. And you'll notice that my skin will eat all of this clear up very, very soon. So I have combination skin, which means that I'm really dry around and I'm oily on my T-zone. So I've been trying to take care of that and be responsible with my skin, but I'm a very lazy skincare girl. So this is the Laneige lip sleeping mask. I like to do like a very nice pouty lip. So I think to keep your lips hydrated initially is very important. When we were prepping for class and for Koel Kalra, I think skincare was a huge part of playing Koel Kalra. So that's where my skincare journey really began. After skincare, I like to go in with concealer. I like to first target this area under my eyes because that is my problem area. I'm using the Huda Beauty Toasted Almond concealer. I've been following a lot of Instagram makeup application tricks and trends. So I kind of just try to highlight under my eyes, taking everything up and cover the blemishes. I always try not to use too much product, but in the end, I end up using a lot of product. So let's see what happens today. I think it's really good to just leave your concealer on your face for a few seconds so that the consistency gets a bit tacky, because I want a lot of coverage. And I think if you go immediately in and start working the product, it doesn't leave such a thick layer. For class and Koel Kalra especially, makeup was such an important part of the character. I used to really depend on it a lot to get into character. I used to walk into the vanity van as Naina and walk out as Koel Kalra because her glam was so exciting. I think what we were trying to do was not be trendy, but kind of create something classic and timeless. A lot of the makeup for Koel was just natural browns and bronze and really pouty nude lips, which I really enjoyed, and I have tried to inculcate into my makeup routine. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with foundation. Today I'm using the Blue Heaven foundation. This is kind of new in my makeup collection, but I generally go in with the Too Faced Born This Way in Sand. I really enjoy the formula. It's lightweight and gives you quite a bit of coverage. I feel like Indian skin tone isn't yellow, it isn't pink, it's kind of olive textured, and it's very difficult to find a shade match. So because we were using so much makeup every day and our schedules were all over the place, and there was a lot of stress and less sleep. I did break out a lot during some of the schedules of the shoot for class. And yeah, it used to really get me down, but then I was like, what do you do? That's life, right? I can't really control these things, and I wanted to spend a lot of time just being comfortable in my skin versus being apologetic for, breaking out and not looking perfect. Okay, I'm quite happy with my base. I love watching makeup videos. There was a time in my life I used to watch them to go to sleep, and I find them so calming. I'm not the best at makeup, but I've always really had a great interest in makeup. I'm obsessed with watching it on Instagram. Next, I'm going to go in with contour. I'm using the Huda Beauty Butterscotch Concealer. And I'm a big contour girl. I love the whole like Dubai glam look where they really go hard with the contour. And for that, I just kind of dot it along my jaw. I hope I haven't used too much. Like I have high cheekbones, but I have big cheeks. So I like to just do everything lifted. I don't know if you've seen this new contour trend on Instagram, which is like the Bella Hadid one where they kind of draw the face like this. If you have my shape of face, you should try that contour trend because it really does something. Actually, that's my favorite makeup look, looking snatched. And that's what I loved about Koil. I wish I could go home with like a HMU team that would keep me getting as glamorously dressed and ready as Koil. Also, don't forget about your neck. I think this, if you kind of create a shadow over here, it gives that very like slimming effect. Okay, there are no rules with getting ready at home. So I'm just gonna take an eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna draw out my nose. Depending on the thickness that you wanna create as an illusion on your nose. And if I mess this up, we'll pretend like it didn't happen. We're aiming for Bella Hadid, so let's see. Let's see. Indian eyes look really good when you contour this bone. I don't know what it's called. Is it the brow bone? But they look really, really nice. You can go in with a liquid contour. You can go in with, a brown eyeshadow, but just try it. Just take this bone and draw it up and just so you basically draw like the upper side of a fish, so like that. I'm gonna go with some blush next, and for blush, I honestly don't use blush. I use like eyeshadow or lip tint, but the key is that if you're using liquid products, use more liquid products. Don't put powder and then put liquid on top. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this Etude House Fixing Tint. It's called Vintage Red. And because again, I have a very like full face, I don't like to put my blush on the apple of my cheek. I like to place it where the highlighter or the bronzer goes. And just I like to just take it up. Learned this from Rihanna, who's a queen. And I think this placement just like helps, again, create like a lifted look. Yeah, my beauty blender is all sorts of colors, and I know this is against the rules or whatever, but okay, I'm pretty happy with how that looks. I think we should go in with eyes next. So I'm a firm believer that you don't really need a crazy expensive eyeshadow palette to create a good everyday party look or something. I'm going with the Makeup Revolution palette, and as long as your palette has enough like browns in different tones and a few shimmer shades, you're good to go. So I'm just gonna start with this shade and I'm gonna do a wash all over the lid. The key with eyeshadow is you can build it up and don't just go really lightly. Hold your brush towards the end of the stick and just do circular motions. I love fox eyes, siren eyes, all of those lovely trends that are going on. All right, and now I'm just gonna go in with a darker color. I'm gonna mix these two and we're just gonna smoke out the ends of our eyes. And the way you wanna go about it is you want to softly first get into this bit and then pat upwards to create a little bit of height and smoking. What I really liked about class was that I thought everybody had like a very distinct, individuality. And what I really enjoyed about the show was that it wasn't trendy. It was very classic looks for all the characters, so that when you rewatch the show later on, you don't feel like that it feels dated or anything like that. Okay, I think I'm happy with where this is. And now what I like to do with a smaller brush is just go into the darker brown that I used on top and smoke out the lower lash line. I think this really looks good on Indian eyes, and it helps to just open the eyes. Yeah, I think I'm liking where this is. One really great way to open up your eyes is if you take a shimmer shade and you just pat it in the front beginning parts of your eyes. So I'm going to take my very tattered Huda Beauty palette and I'm going to take this kind of I don't know what this is, coppery bronzy shade with my finger, and I'm going to press. And when you do this, it honestly elevates your makeup look and it makes it look like you actually spent some time doing eyeshadow. But if you just went in with one brown shade and then this on top, it will look great. I'm going to be lazy and just take the same brush and take a lighter shade like a white and go into the eyebrow bone. Just make sure there are no harsh lines. Depending on where you are at, you can also take the white and just highlight the nose. So my eyebrows are my strength, so I don't really need to do anything to them. They just stay where they are. So I'm just going to go straight in with some mascara. This is the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes, and it's got two sides. There's a volume side and a curl and length side. So let's start with curl and length. I am very bad at mascara, but we'll try. I always get so nervous putting on mascara because I notoriously mess up my entire eye makeup by getting it all over the place. My mascara is on. I could have done a better job, but I didn't. But no one's gonna notice after I get a drink or two in. Let's go and do some eyeliner. If you are scared of eyeliner like I am, I go in with a brown eyeshadow and I just kind of create the line where I want like as a map for where I want to place the liquid. Okay, so now I have the map. And now I'm going to plot the eyeliner. I'm just going in with, again, any kind of eyeliner that you can find. This is by Faces Canada. Okay, that looks kind of even. No panda faces happening. I love elongated eyeliner. I think it's very important to like just extend it into the eye ducts. It gives you that really nice Princess Jasmine snatch. I think I want to just go in and smoke out the lower lash line a little more to make it a little more dramatic. Okay. I'm really liking this. I think now the only thing left is lips. I like to plump my lips before. This is the Too Faced lip injection. I use this a lot during class. It's going to tingle a little if you haven't used a product like a lip plumper. Leave it on for a few minutes and it'll just give you that nice temporary pout. And I'm going to go in with a lip liner. This is Pillow Talk Medium by Charlotte Tilbury. It doesn't really show up on my lips too much, so I like to just use it to overline a little bit. I'm really bad at figuring out like what lipstick to match with a look, so I'm generally always just a neutral girl, or like if I'm dressing very neutral, then I'll just put on a really nice red lip. But today I'm gonna go in with the Locked Kissing MAC Meticulous shade. This is really good nude for if you are my skin tone. And I really like this formula. It's super stay and it goes with everything. Let me just layer like 2-3 things on. This is something by MAC. I don't know what it is. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And then I think last I'll just go in either with the, again with like the Etude lip one that I used on my cheeks. And this time I'll just go in with my finger and add a little color. And yeah, I think this is looking good. Hair is looking good. Last but not the least, actually last and the least is just setting my whole face. This is Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Spray. It has a really good spray. And yeah, that's the final look. I actually really like it. It's doing that thing that I wanted to do. I'm gonna go out with my girlfriends now. Comment down if you really like this look and if you tried any of the hacks that I gave you. Bye.